Hello, besties.
What up?
Welcome. It is Tuesday night. You know what time it is. It's time for
Right.
Tuesday night, besties. My forehead looks exceptionally large tonight. I'm not exactly sure. I am Amanda Savage. I pushed the wrong button on my light in this room, so we're gonna see what we'll see. That's all right. Who are you?
What up, everybody? DC Hendrix here. Tuesday Night Besties here, back at it. Another NXT post show. Let's get it.
Let's go. It was a very good show tonight. I appreciated it. Let us know what you think in the chat. We want to see what you have to say. We want to see all of your comments and chat about the show. It's more fun when there's people in the chat. So do let us know your thoughts. We should start. Well, there's so many good things there. We could start anywhere, really. I would say the main event was very exciting.
Yes. Let's go ahead and start there. What'd you think of Ricky Saints' debut on NXT tonight?
I enjoyed this debut quite a bit. I was interested to see what the music would turn out to be, and it was, like similar but different. I didn't love it.
You don't? Yeah, okay. I was hoping. All right.
I didn't love it only because I feel like the most fun part about his AEW music was that it had like a slower, there was like moments for the moves, like for the crowd to get excited. And I think this one kind of has more of a, like almost a rock kind of, instead of like a funky, like a funk undertone, it's, or like, does it make any sense? It has more guitars, perhaps. I don't know anything about music, but I think I'll get used to it. I, again, don't like change. So his pose is still there. I like that. I think it's an overall like less colorful presentation, and that might be purposeful. Because I think that if you have music, entrance graphics that are a little more like, is the word flamboyant pejorative? Because I don't mean it in that sense. I just mean like if you're very colorful in both of those aspects, and then you have a very big wardrobe, and then you're very compelling on the microphone, like sometimes maybe too much almost. So I do kind of understand the thought process behind giving that piece of the presentation a different edge. But yeah, I didn't love it, but it's okay. I just don't like change. That's my problem.
So for everybody watching, in case you're a first-time viewer or you haven't watched this in a while, Amanda's version of "she didn't love it" means she hated it. Just to translate for Amanda, since she doesn't want to do it because she's not unhinged tonight. That's her to translate for her. She hated that fucking entrance music. She just don't want to say it.
It's not that I hate. Okay. I wouldn't say. I wouldn't say that I hate it. I would say that I have a playlist that's called Breakfast with the Bloodline, and I literally used to listen to it on the way to the grocery store on Sunday morning, and it was like bangers only. Like I was about the life. So it's like, I love it when theme songs are something where you like want to listen to it in your regular life, and I will never listen to that song we heard tonight in my regular life. Like that's not like Jimmy Uso's theme song makes me feel really cool pulling into the market. I'm not gonna be trying to pull into the market with my Ricky Saints. I'm not. Oh my god, that Jimmy Uso song. I don't know if you've ever like listened to it, but like near like in the mid to the end, he's like, "How are you?" It's something to the effect of like, "How are you guys? Like, how are y'all doing today?" Never mind, I don't care. It's just like the funniest, most random bonus like ad lib line that I think they left in. I just like it. Yeah. So
I don't think I've ever listened to wrestling music, and this is probably gonna make me like lose my like wrestling fandom card, but other than going to a wrestling event, I don't really listen to it on my free time.
Yeah, no, I'm embarrassing. So I get it. I think that
I don't think you're alone. I think a lot of people, because like people share like they're like Spotify Wrapped.
Oh yeah.
And like they be having like WWE songs in their top 5. I'm like, look, maybe I am not as big of a fan as I thought I was, because I am nowhere near on that level. But when I'm on my way to WWE events, oh for sure, I got that playlist in rotation for sure.
There you go.
And Ricky Saints' theme is not going to be in it, guaranteed.
Chilling with Chase says, Ricky just got a just line saying Simone the only ones with the good themes. I do think the Bloodline has the best themes, so that is true. And he also said my Spotify's for real music and YouTube music is for wrestling themes. That's fair. That's fair.
I like that. What was his name again? Bring him back up. Bring his name back up again.
Hi, Chilling with Chase.
Chilling with Chase. Shout out to you. Thanks for watching.
I think I pushed something different because the chats look different. But yeah.
They're tearing up, man. Like Ricky Saints, they didn't had all this time to come up with something. And I wasn't feeling it either. Like, and granted, I didn't watch a whole lot of him in AEW, so I didn't know what to expect. But like, at least the presentation, I thought they were going to come a little bit harder than that, and I was a little bit underwhelmed. But if the theme music is as underwhelming as it's going to get, then I'll take it because he looked great in the ring. Yeah. He worked really well in that main event. The main event was a banger. So look, if the worst thing about it was his interest music, I'll take it.
And MDB makes a good point. Ricky Saints' music was close enough. If I can't get Sprite, I'm cool 7-Up.
Nah.
Oh, really? No.
Nah.
I will flip-flop. Like, I love Diet Dr. Pepper, but because it's
like saying you'll take a RC if there's no Pepsi.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm good. Nah, I'm good. I'm going to pass on that.
But DC has the guns out. Yes. Thank you. I did get 5 likes on a tweet that I said that I'd wear this Jeff Hardy sweater. So it looks like a sweater. Okay, I'm not trying to be gross, but it is not a real sweater. It ends. It's just Jeff Hardy's sleeves. What's the point of that? And who wants that? Who's going to go out? What am I going to go to the grocery store? Hey, it's Jeff Hardy's sleeves. My boobs are so falling out. You can't. This is wrong. So when
somebody just tuned in when you did that and like, I'm on the wrong show.
Yeah, like, wait, what is this?
Like, wait, what is this? Like, hold on.
Getting it for subscribe. Free today. Subscribe, like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter or whatever it's called nowadays. Yeah, and it also has a weird sleeve. Like, why is there a Victorian puff sleeve?
Yeah.
Like to go with just the arms. I don't know, man. This whole thing is a mess. This thing came in the mail and I was so confused. Yeah.
Look, just bring out your inner Jeff Hardy. Just say you were dressed for NXT tonight. You were ready for the Hardy's debut.
Exactly. That's what I was doing. In honor of Jeff Hardy. I was so excited to see them on WWE TV. I was just so excited. I had a weird moment in person with a guy the last time I went to, I think it was a Dynamite, but Matt Hardy was still in AEW and the music was going and he was coming out and it was like, I think for an ROH taping, like it wasn't on TV anymore because we were all there like way after the fact. And I was kind of tired and over it. But then Matt Hardy came out and I was like, wow, do you think we're going to ever see Matt Hardy in life like again? You know what I mean? Like we should take advantage of this. Like this is something we should appreciate. And like the guy I was with did not care, but the guy in front of me turned around and was like, that is such a great perspective. Like, yes, we should be grateful. So I think we were both just drunk. But so me and this other guy were like, oh, blessings, Matt Hardy. But I do feel like if you get the opportunity to see some of these stars from when we were kids, it does very much feel like it's a moment, like, do take that moment to realize it's probably not something you're going to get to do again. And I just think seeing Matt and Jeff Hardy together in WWE is something that I really hope those rumors are true, that there could be a main roster program coming in the springish time, summerish time. I would really, really love that because I just think that, Chilling with Chase says the Hardys will never die. They're surviving a nuclear explosion. They've been entertaining us for so long. Like they really have. And I just think
they looked honestly, they really impressed me tonight.
Yeah.
Like let's be real here. Like while we are very harsh on people as the Internet Wrestling Club, like let's be real here. Like, okay, so Jeff Hardy is 47.
Yeah.
Jeff Hardy is 47 years old, right? Matt Hardy is 50 years old. And take that in consideration and then think about that match tonight. I wish to look half as I was 20 years old and tried a swanton bomb and like damn near tore my leg in half. Like the man's 47 years old, still doing a perfect swanton bomb. Like I thought they looked really good. You know,
It looks
obviously
so good.
Tavion and Miles are obviously great and young, really good at elevating. Look, I think they've pretty much shown that they can look good with any other tag team. I think they're pretty solid
Yes.
in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
But like tonight, like that's big. You know, you're stepping in the ring with two guys that are either 50 or pushing 50, and help them look great tonight. And I want to commend the Hardys for that because I was completely blown away. They look great.
I think that is the missing element that WWE in the past hasn't always done so well, is kind of like honor the end of people's careers. And I do think it's a different like regime. I think it's a different time. And I am really happy that their last set of in-ring performances weren't what happened in AEW, because it wasn't like dog shit. Like it wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen in my life, but it was not, in my opinion, was not a good encapsulation of like the breadth of their career. And I do think that this could be a really fun opportunity to have a similar, like not John Cena style farewell tour, but kind of like a Hardy Boys farewell tour, because I honestly believe that there are people from multiple generations who would throw out the dollars to go see the Hardy Boys again. I just think it's it is something that their charisma cannot be denied. It's been going for a very long time.
Them and Axiom is gonna slap.
Oh yeah, I'm excited. Yeah. I don't know. I have complicated feelings only because like I don't know. You know what would be fun? Oh, you know what I want to know? Can they have them interact with Ethan Page? Because does anyone else who watched AEW remember that Ethan Page was like in their weird like, deletion world for a while? Like that would be really, really good. So I'm excited about anything that the Hardy Boys are doing in WWE. I'm excited about, but I think Raxium and them,
it's gonna slap. NXT Roadblock. Well, WWE Roadblock. It's not called NXT Roadblock anymore. Gotta get it right. Yeah, they took the NXT out. WWE Roadblock. Yeah.
They did that on another one recently because it was, which was the last one? It wasn't NXT.
Vengeance Day.
Vengeance Day, yeah. So I kept typing it wrong.
Let's go. I am so yeah, we get Fraxium and the Hardy Boys at Roadblock in New York City at Madison Square Garden. That's gonna bang. That was one of my best of the best tonight. I really enjoyed the Hardy Boys. Obviously, like, and their reception from the crowd was absolutely amazing. I loved, and part of the reason why that was my best of the best was Vic Joseph, man. I'm sorry. I tried not to laugh because the joke was fucked up. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, I was not expecting that joke from Vic.
The reason why it's extra funny is that then you have Booker T telling him, no, that's not right. You can't say that about mine.
Yeah, like we got Booker T telling you, like, hey, chill.
Telling you that you're being inappropriate.
Hey, so to catch anyone up in case you missed it, oh my God. The Hardys came out, obviously getting ready to face Tavion and Miles Bourne. So if anyone doesn't know, Miles Bourne is, I don't know if he's like fully deaf or partially deaf. I don't know the exact terminology or like what exactly, but he's definitely one of those. Don't know for sure. But
no, it's low vision. I don't know what you say when someone has hearing impairments. I guess hearing impairment. Partially deaf, MDB.
Partially deaf. Yeah, it was partially deaf. So the Hardy Boys come out. Obviously, the crowd is going nuts. Okay, crazy. Vic Joseph makes the jokes and says, "It's so loud in here, even Miles can hear it."
And like,
so then you like, my first Booker. Reaction is like, did he really? Like,
yeah, me too.
Almost like got my Booker T. Like, no, you did not just say that. Like, that's what Booker T should have said. Damn it, that was a perfect moment. No, you did not just say that.
Yeah,
that would have been perfect. But yeah, it was one of those moments where you're like, did he really just say what I think he just said? And then like you think about it, it's like, I'm sorry, but it was kind of funny.
It was kind of funny. And then he doubled down on it as well. And he was like, well, he jumped. Like he obviously, and he was like, he had evidence for why he thought Miles could hear it. I was just like, yeah, okay. Yeah, it was, MDB says Vic was out of pocket, and I loved it. It
same
was.
MDB.
I do kind of think that there's a little bit of a missing element. Like, do you remember when they're we get it back on Saturday night's main event, and I hate it because I, for some reason, find it offensive when it's an old white man doing it. But if I could get somebody else doing it, but like that kind of just like super trolly, like rude vibe. I feel like Jesse Ventura does that really well. I feel like Jerry Lawler used to do that really well, where they're just like almost saying messed up stuff, like that. Like, oh, it's so loud, Miles can hear it. Like, that's messed up. So to hear it coming from Vic, though, I think was the funniest.
Yeah, that's what made it funny. Like if like Corey or
Vic.
like if Corey said it, it wouldn't have been as funny because like he usually says shit like that.
Yeah.
But Vic, you don't expect to say anything like that, so it just threw me off. It was like
it was good. That was good stuff.
That was one of my favorites of the night. That was hilarious. I don't laugh a whole lot. I don't laugh a whole lot with wrestling, but that was it got a little pop out of me. That was funny.
There's another kind of cute moment around that time where Ren Sinclair was doing the Hardy Boys dance, and then Charlie Dempsey clearly catches her, and she's like, "What? Like, come on!" Then said she was sorry,
like, you
but
just
it was
gotta do it. My bad.
The way that that's something I really love about NXT is just I feel like they live the character. Like everything you see them doing, like she's having fun, he's gonna disapprove of it, even if in real life, like that's not a dynamic. It's just they live the character every minute that they're in front of fans. And it's pretty fun. NXT is a fun show. Let's discuss. I saw your tweet, and then the night got even stranger. So what do you think? I didn't realize, did they allude to title versus title in the opening? Or that was like a stipulation that kind of Ava just threw out there? I didn't know if that's what they were.
Yeah, they literally. So yeah, Stephanie in the opening match, Stephanie Vacquer defeated Carmen Petrovich in the Women's North American Championship match to start. And Julia comes out after the match, holds the title belt up, and says, you know, you think you say you're the best champion here. Well, I think it's time to see who's the best champion. I'm the best champion. So champion versus champion. They pretty much announced it. And then Ava came out later and made it official and said that they're gonna go one-on-one for one woman is gonna hold both titles. And that is by far my worst of the worst tonight. I hate everything about that. And I don't hate, and that's going to be controversial, right? Because it's Julia and Stephanie. Everybody wants to see it, right? But not right now. It's too soon. It's too soon. And why does it have to be so? Like, obviously, one of them's going to lose the title. It's got to be because one of them's getting called up. That's the only thing. But like the reason I don't like it, one is because it's a dream match, and I want it to build up. I don't want to just say. It feels like they're just like, all right, we got to call this person up. So let's just hurry up and do this now before we call this person up. And I don't like that. And I also don't like, the women's division is just so stacked right now. There's so much competition. You literally have Kalani and Jada right on the heels of the North American Championship in the women's division. Lola Vice still wants a piece of it. There's just so many, Jordan Grace just joined. There's so many women in that division right now that I think are well overdue and well deserved for a title shot. And to give one of those women both titles, I don't like that. So are they, and it just runs ideas, right? So like, are we combining titles again? Are we unifying them? Are they just going to vacate one of the titles and we're going to do a stupid tournament again? Like, it just runs so many different ideas in my head and I don't like any of them. It's like, don't get me wrong, I want to see Stephanie and Julia, but it's like, if you are hurrying, like speeding it up just to do it before one of them gets called up, I don't like that either.
Yeah. And then which one is it?
I'm assuming it's Stephanie, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think it's Stephanie. I think Stephanie is, she's obviously, I would argue, is more advanced and more main roster ready by a landslide than Julia. That'll obviously also cause some controversy and arguments, but I'm cool with it. I think Stephanie has proven that she's just a little bit more ahead. And I think I mean, I think she's one of the best women in all of the company, let alone NXT right now, in terms of in the ring ability. So I think Stephanie is the one, and I think Julia is going to be the one that ultimately wins the match.
Chilling with Chase seems to agree. I always say her name wrong, but I'm going to try. Vancouver is for sure getting called up. She is just so good. The main roster would love her. I do think that she's someone who's pretty much, main roster ready. I can't imagine that there's anything else that needs to be happening here. Do you think Roxanne Perez is also leaving us soon?
For sure. I'm honestly surprised she's even still on there. To be completely honest.
I wouldn't say, okay, so I do think it's my least best, and it's not due to lack of trying or anything. I just felt like Jordynne Grace doesn't need to, okay. I don't think that we need to see Jordynne Grace beat Roxanne Perez in order to legitimize herself in NXT. So start there. So who is benefiting from this match? Because if Roxanne wins, which I presume she's not, right? Like, it kind of seems like she's kind of putting Jordynne Grace over on her way out. Oops, I pushed the wrong button. And so I don't know who benefits from this. And I would imagine Jordynne Grace wins, but I don't think that she needs to demonstrate that she can beat specifically Roxanne. I would just honestly assume Roxanne's in the Elimination Chamber. I just thought that this was like gonna be where she leaves us. Like, I didn't expect her to come out. So Jordynne Grace is in the ring, kind of having just a light promo, like nothing serious. I don't feel like she was calling anyone out specifically. It was just more like a I'm here now moment, and I chose to come to NXT. And then Roxanne Perez came out, and then they made it seem like, I mean, they had a little bit of a physical exchange. I guess Jordynne Grace sort of boosted her out of the ring, like punched her in the face. But yeah, that one was a little bit of a strange one, just because I don't understand what the reason is. I think it's possible the reason is just like, have a great match. But when we start getting into the zone where, similarly to somebody else called it out, the Elite Spirit called it out, Obafemi and Moose, when we're getting into the zone where it feels like 3 out of the 6 matches on a PLE are just like for the love of the sport, or like, you know what I mean, or like mutual respect built over 2 weeks in a banger match. Like, okay, that's cool, but it's like, that's a flavor of ice cream, but it definitely can dominate the Sunday. So I'm hopeful that there's a little bit more, I don't know what other long-standing, like, what stories do they have going? It's not like there's, I mean, there's a lot going on, but
the only thing that surprises me about Roxanne is just like, I would assume, and I've always pictured her tenure in NXT ending with her and Cora. And it felt like they were teasing that a little bit when Cora kind of turned on her. I mean, or Roxanne turned on her more so for the Fatal 4-Way for the title at Vengeance Day. And they just went away from it now. And now Roxanne's gonna elevate Jordynne Grace before she goes to the main roster. Like, I'm so confused. So I understand what you're saying. Yeah, because like, obviously they're not gonna have Jordynne Grace lose her first match on, in her first big feud on NXT. It's not going to happen. But yeah, I kind of see where you're going with that. Like I said, I'm surprised she's even still on NXT. Like, she was the final 2 in the Women's Royal Rumble in front of 70,000 people. She's going to Elimination Chamber in Toronto, literally for a chance to go to WrestleMania. She beat Raquel Rodriguez on Raw, on Monday Night Raw, for a spot to go there. Like, I just assumed she was Monday Night Raw.
I guess maybe that's the reason. Like, it's to. I just don't think Jordynne Grace needs to be immediately legitimized. I think even the casual viewer has already seen her in 2 Royal Rumbles and knows that she's been a top champion in another company that is arguably question mark, like more respected by WWE fans, right? Like I think that if you're a hardcore WWE fan, hearing that someone is a top champion in TNA means more to you than being like Ricky Starks was the FTW non-sanctioned champion in AEW, right? Like it means a little bit different thing. But yeah, maybe they're just like, oh, look how amazing Roxanne is. Oh shit, Jordan's gonna beat her. That means she's double amazing. I don't know. It is. I was surprised it was.
I also have a strong opinion, and somebody was probably going to strongly disagree with me. I think they're overdoing the TNA partnership just a little bit. Just a little. Just a little. Now, there are moments where I think it's cool. Like, obviously, having the Hardys on there is awesome, right?
Yeah.
Because that's their way to get back. They're going to be on the main roster for sure. They're the Hardy Boys. That's their. They literally have merch now on the WWE shop. Just tweeted out 30 minutes ago. So like, it's real. Like their main roster. They're the Hardy Boys. So like, yeah, that makes sense. And also, you got a chance to, sustain a new legacy with the new tag team in Fraxium, which they are already the best tag team in the world right now. So them beating the Hardy Boys, because the Hardy Boys beating them does nothing for them. I assume Fraxium will beat them. I do. And because them beating the Hardy Boys is everything. They literally get to say they beat the best tag team ever, where the Hardy Boys beating them. All right, we beat another young tag team. Like, it's like, all right, cool. So like, while I enjoy the Hardy Boys, I'm not, and the reason I say they're overdoing it just a little bit, I don't like the Obafemi Moose. I don't know. Maybe I just haven't seen enough of Moose.
It is for the title, but like
it's for the NXT title. Yeah.
I think what I was saying is that there's not really it's just a guy who showed up and is like, hey, big guy, I'm a big guy. Let's do a big guy match.
Yeah, it's just, I'm not. It could just be me. I love Obafemi, obviously, and I know of Moose. Admittedly, I haven't got to see a whole lot of him, only a little bit in TNA. But I would much rather see a NXT superstar feuding for the NXT championship, because a TNA wrestler going for the NXT championship, they're not going to win. So there's no like, maybe this could happen, or there's no what if scenarios. There's just, okay, Oba's clearly retaining here.
Yeah.
Kind of like Moose's match tonight with Lexus King. It's like, yeah, Lexus gets to wrestle in front of his hometown crowd for the TNA X Division Championship, but he's clearly not going to win the TNA X Division Championship.
Apparently, MDB says, people have been clamoring for Moose versus Oba since they announced the TNA partnership, like heavily requested online. And then Chillin' with Chase had a thought. You got to get Hardys on Stand and Deliver, so I think Hardys will win to set up a rematch. I think you could just put the Hardy Boys on anything you want. Like, I don't know.
But if I'm the Hardy, like, why do you get a rematch? Like, I already beat you on your turf. Like, we came to your company and beat you. Like, why do we like, unless the next time, because
ladder
there's
match,
a TNA,
Stand and Deliver, multi-team ladder match.
There we go. Well, they could. The reason that could work though is because at Roadblock is for the TNA title, so maybe it's for the NXT tag titles at Stand and Deliver. So yeah, I can see that.
That's that there. Okay, there we go. Yep. There we go. And then they will want the NXT tag titles next. Fair.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah. Don't talk to me. I am anti-Moose. I know nothing about why I should or should not be, and I do not want to know. So please keep it to yourself, because
I mean, like I said, I don't know a whole lot, and like so far, I'm like, yeah, there hasn't been anything that's like blown me away yet. So I am much more invested right now in the women's division. The way that's going right now is just so much going on in the women's division, so many moving parts, and this new faction that is just wreaking havoc backstage. Once again, did it again tonight. Did you catch that?
Yes, they did. And they attacked. It was No Quarter Catch Crew, right?
Yep. Any chance Trick Williams is the leader? What do you think? I've been seeing that all over. And the more this is happening, the more I'm starting to see it. And the more I'm loving it. The more like it's just like he's getting darker every week.
Yeah.
More on the dark side. Like he didn't give a damn about anything Javon Evans had to say tonight.
No.
And like a month ago, these were like besties tagging them with each other.
Mm-hmm. Chillin' with Chase says 70% chance Trick is the leader.
70%.
Okay, why do we think Trick is the leader? What? Why? To get.
I mean, just because of his new heel side. Like he is clearly going darker than he's ever went before. And I think the group could use someone like that. You know, someone that's like more established. You know, someone that can, you know, be a leader more ways than one. Not only just as the face, because he's a familiar face. He has reasons too. Like he's probably tired of this crap. People coming over, taking his titles. Eddie Thorpe blindsiding him, being the reason. Ethan Page coming and stealing his belt. Like sick of this shit. Like he's like, look, maybe being this nice guy ain't working. You know, while I was, you know, when I was evil with Trick Mello Gang, it was working.
This is true.
So and like, why not start? And the only reason at first I was pushing back on that idea was because I thought, and someone correct me, but like I could be wrong, because the only reason I didn't think so at first was because I thought Trick and Dion had a quick run in or something. I thought they had a moment where like Trick like either just walked past them. That might have been Oba though, and then someone smacked them.
So MDB said that Trick is one of the main reasons why the new faction started. He was disrespectful to the leader of the group, which I think is everyone is assuming. Yeah, and he's like, yes, they did.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. So I'm like, these people that are creating this.
Yeah, I thought Dion Lennox is the leader, and I also felt that because when they do like a little tweet moment, the rest of them will just tweet, like if it's a picture or whatever, they'll all tweet the picture with like maybe an emoji, and then Dion Lennox actually has words. Gotcha. So that's why I thought.
I'd much rather it be Dion because this makes him the face. Yeah. And it's a new person. You know what I'm saying? I'd much rather be introduced to a new star than just reestablishing Trick as a new. So, yeah, I was just asking because I've been seeing it all over online. Everyone's assuming that Trick is the leader because he's going bad. And just because Trick is going heel doesn't mean he is automatically like, I don't know. I didn't like it. I was just getting your opinion on it. And like people, you know how people are. They can be a little bit convincing sometimes, or at least make you think like, man, are they right? Do they have a point?
Yeah.
So
I thought Ricky Starks was going to be in it, and he's not. So what do I know?
I don't know who Ricky Starks is.
Oh.
Who's Ricky Starks?
No idea.
I don't know who that is.
A guy that I've seen live before, and I got to go, had his theme song, and I'm never going to get to again because that song is not like a chick pop song. Listen to me, America. There's one thing we can reunite behind. There's many things that we disagree on. However, I think that bringing back the chick pop in professional wrestling is what we need. Okay. Do you ever listen to Ric Flair when he talks about the good old days? Okay. It wasn't a bunch of dudes from their mom's basement stinking up the place and then tweeting during the show. It was girls. It was 18 to 28. No boyfriends, no husbands. But when he said that, he could get 50 chicks to show up. Are there even 50 chicks at shows anymore? We need to make it so that girls come and they go, and it's like so much fun for everyone. So what you can do as a male ally to the chick pop for these wrestlers is you can just fabricate that you have a female voice and just scream like you're at some kind of teenage concert when you see them. So this is important. This is a social issue. Wrestlers should deserve the chick pop to come back, and that's how you can help. So I want you all to practice at home. had a squeal. You can watch old clips of TRL on YouTube if you need to know. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
It was just like a woo.
Yeah.
You just have to woo. Just woo.
What was the dude's name? Carson Daly? Was that his name?
Carson Daly.
Carson Daly. Damn, we're old.
Chillin' with Chase says my voice is too deep for that, but I'll let my friends know, Amanda. You know what? No one's voice is too deep for that. You guys, you're just trying hard enough.
I don't think I can. Look, when I try to sing "Aha, Take on Me," like, look, I can't hit them notes anymore, so I know I ain't doing it.
Oh, I'm not gonna read this one out loud, but MDB has a thought that if you're on YouTube, you can read for yourself.
Hey, MDB.
Some people listen, I realize. So I've been trying to read the chats, but yeah. I can't say I disagree, to be fair. Every time I see her, I go like, God, I gotta do squats. Like, I am so lazy. Like, I gotta go to the gym. What kind of supplements do I need to buy? No.
I'm even starting to do Booker T's noises when she does her move. Look at Booker T's noises. I'm not gonna do it right now, but
no, we're not doing it. But
I've caught myself doing it with them in the match, like tonight. So yeah, I feel you, MDB. I feel you on that.
MDB is not wrong. I do think that we get boosted at the top of the hour. I think that GCW stuff starts, but I mean, it always amuses me when we go over, and I think people show up when they don't expect
GCW comments.
So, do I even have enough things to talk about for another 10 minutes? There was something else I hated. Well,
ooh, Amanda's full of hate tonight.
I don't hate it, but I still don't care.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't like Lexus King moves. I didn't like that. That was about it, though. I thought the rest of the show was pretty solid tonight. I thought it was a pretty solid show. I enjoyed I guess Ariana Grace and Lola Vice match was unnecessary.
Oh, I thought it was fun though. You know what I like is I wanted to see didn't they cut to the back where something violent was happening? Yeah. What I wanted to see them do is then cut back to Lola Vice because she would still be dancing, and you know she would. Because my favorite thing in the whole world is when she does the dance and something like messed up is going on around her.
When we start the show, you got to do that from now on. Yep.
The Lola Vice dance.
The Lola Vice dance every Tuesday.
Okay, that'll get the viewers in here.
Type W's in the chat if you agree.
Type W's in the chat. Can I start pretending to be like young and cool? Can I be a streamer? Here's what we're gonna do. It's Amanda the streamer girl. We're gonna jack this camera up so you can see down my shirt. That's the first step. I know how this works. Okay. And then I just go like a lot. And then when anything happens, I just go like, oh my God. And then I'm done. Is that it? That's I can watch anything, right? I can watch motocross. I can watch video games. I can do anything.
You can watch curling.
Curling? Oops, I put it up again. I'm sorry. I put the inappropriate message. I pushed the wrong button.
Yeah, other than that, I thought tonight was pretty solid. I thought it was a great show. Like I said, my best of the best. Vic Joseph was my best of the best tonight. He made me laugh pretty hard.
When we get canceled for our opinion, I'm going to be so sad because I have to tell you, MDB and I, well, MDB's here too, but DC and I don't necessarily like have a big pre-show chat. Like we just start. So in the event that the whole world is very much against Vic Joseph's comment, I would like it known that we are giving our raw reactions. I'm worried like Miles Bourne. Okay, here's the thing. Don't you think he has to have some kind of personal relationship with him? Otherwise, he would have never said something like that.
Oh, for sure. 100%.
Like, there's no chance that 100%. He doesn't, like,
there's no way he says that and makes that joke if he doesn't have a relationship with them and or pokes fun at him already about it. You know, like, as friends, like, we pick on each other, right? At least, I don't know about the young kids these days. I know they're a little bit different than when we were growing up, but, like, I definitely made fun of my friends and they made fun of me. Yeah. That's how it works. So I'm assuming their friends have a good relationship. Otherwise,
confirmation. Chilling with Chase. Miles Bourne tweeted and said that he did hear the crowd.
He knows. Yeah. See, they definitely. Yeah.
That's cute. That's good. Sure. That warms my heart. I do think that was probably one of the best because it was such a fun moment overall that then got like
Was.
slightly derailed / improved by Vic.
That's a good like summary of why we enjoy NXT. It's so like, and it's a lot like our show, right? Like we don't take ourselves too seriously. We're very professional though. Like we, we cover this wrestling. It's literally our jobs.
Yeah.
So like, we're professionals, but at the same time, we don't take ourselves too seriously. We have fun. We like to have fun. We like to laugh. NXT is the same way. It's professional. It's great wrestling, great stories, but they like to have fun. I think moments like that is a great summary.
Yeah, I agree. Also, thoughts on friendship. You ain't friends if you don't roast each other.
Facts.
And if your friends don't make fun of you, they aren't real friends.
Facts.
That's very true. That's very true. I agree. No one
That's quote of the night right there.
It's like my best friend, to be honest. Okay, guys. Well, tell a friend to join these besties. We like to have fun. We like to slightly roast each other, I would say.
Oh, for sure.
You guys are nicer to me than you should be, and I appreciate all of you for that, because this could go really wrong all of the time. What else? Yeah. Is there anything exciting? Oh, next week? Madison Square Garden? No, 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Roadblock 2 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, we'll find out what happens next week. That's all. The end. That's all, folks.
That's it.
We'll
be back on. Definitely.
They're all the same glasses, MDB. They're all the same glasses. They're just different colors, man.
Different colors. We'll be back on next week, of course. Until next week, be sure to subscribe, rate, and review. The podcasts are always posted on Apple, Google Play, and Spotify. Everywhere podcasts are available. And like Amanda said, tell a friend to tell a friend, and bring some new people in. We like to have fun. So let's get a nice little besties community on Tuesday nights and have some fun.
Also, follow us on social media so that you can find out when we write articles that are paid by the click, baby. Because that wouldn't hurt. I wouldn't get mad if anybody sat around and pushed refresh on one of those puppies, because let me get those ducats. Thanks so much, you guys. We really appreciate you. It's so much fun. Have a good night. Take care. We love you.
Peace and love, y'all.